Right guys, right, after 3 months of running, I thought I'd tear it down to have a look inside, and as you can see my nickel strips are still there, apart from one has decided to bend itself around, and let me show you the strange inside. Can you see that? That is quite amazing, isn't it? So the side where one broke off, it's got a build up of ash, but this side is completely clear, and that's been running for 3 months on both fuels. Number one setting. Now, number one setting on mine, I've got this little sensor right there. Can you see it? Yeah, so I'm getting 300 degrees on that little thermocouple there. 300 degrees. Normally, you only get that on setting number 3 running on diesel, but I'm getting 300 degrees running on a mixture on number 1 setting. So everything is going to plan. It's working out very, very cheap. I mean, look, you can see the size of my diesel can. I don't even hardly use that now. So heating up the oil with this little thing here works great. Heat the oil up, send it down through another pump, works absolutely fine. Okay, and you get lovely heat with low noise. Oh, it's in my last videos, but I'll show you. So there's my diesel pump submerged in car 2K lacquer, which turns to rubber. So that really shuts that noisy sod up. Okay, bye for now. So this is the new one that I'm making. As you can see, it's got 10 fingers on it. And what I'm going to do with that is, once it's dropped down inside, move it away, hopefully it's still in focus. Right, once that's in there, I've put some masking tape around the top so I can make a ring that's larger than the diameter of the actual chamber. Now I'm going to bring it right to the top, and I'm going to bend these little tags over and just tack them all the way around the outside. And so in principle the fingers will still be moving. Yeah, they will still be moving, they'll still be free to move, but they will be controlled by this ring. Yeah, so they'll be doing this in there instead of flailing around and getting into a weird sort of shape as on this, because I've got 3/4 of the burn chamber completely lovely and clean, and the side where I lost a finger is just a slight build up of coke. Right, let me show you what I've been using. Right, it's this little thing here. This comes from the Netherlands. Looks of a 12-volt battery, as you can see. Very, very simple. Really simple. So it's on auto pulse. Take it off. Auto pulse. Activate. Yeah. No, not off. On. Thank you. Right, I've got that set on 23 milliseconds. I've also got a foot pedal on the floor like you have on a TIG welder. So your actual probes are not live. Yeah, they're not live until you say them to be live by pressing the pedal. Right, let's try and tidy that up and I'll show you. Okay, Come on, come round. Where are you? Okay. Here we go. Right, like I said, these are not live. Right, so you can put pressure on them nicely. I hope that's in focus. Oh, it's on auto post. Sudden about it. There we go. And then you have some lovely little spot welds. And they are super strong. As you can see, this has been running for 3 months. Not a single spot weld has come off. Yeah, nothing. It really, really does work well. I did initially, there's a metal, I don't know if you can see it. I bought about a meter's length of steel pipe, and I cut 6mm off so I can actually clip these round. And I did have the idea of, oh, I'll make them and people might want to buy them, but I thought it takes me over an hour or so to make the bloody thing. But it does work. It really does work. I mean, it's been running for, like I said, for 3 months. I'm running it on the lowest setting and very, very little diesel. And it just chomps through the cruddy old oil. It burns it, it vaporizes it. There's no ash, there's no crud, there's nothing in my chamber. After it's done its normal cool down cycle, what I do then is I switch on both my glow plugs. I turn my supercharger right up. I've got an override on the fan, so I bring the fan up to 6 volts, even though it's a 12-volt motor. Yeah. When it's running flat out, believe it or not, it only takes 6 volts. So I'll just give it 6 volts, so now to cook the motor, and I just let it blow itself clean. And I come out every morning, boom, it starts. And the only reason I actually took this apart was just for an inspection purpose. And then I realised I had a finger missing. So I thought, okay, time for a new one. Right, I'll pause it there and I'll come back to you on the install, because the install is quite interesting. I mean, I was very surprised, but to see all the bolts that I thought I'd done up tight were loose. Yeah, all the ones around the chamber and the one on the fan. And of course, originally they came with them horrible little spring washers on the bottom. Yeah, and you think, Christ almighty, made a horrible noise when you undone it. It was like, and you thought you were stripping the thread, but it was the spring washers. So during development, I must realise all these heat cycles, the bloody bolts come loose, but you can't risk Loctiting it in because you never get them out. Even like if you use blue Loctite, yeah, let alone the red ones, well, that'd be the end of the case. You'd never get the bloody bolt out. Okay, I'll pause for now and I'll come back to you on the install and I will go through some more details. Pause, please. Sorry, guys, I didn't get around to doing the video of the install because it was getting so dark. Let me show you what I was talking about. So 19.9, that is clearly pre-cat. Yeah, so there's my little cheapy cat. I believe that has nickel inside because it can't have platinum because it only costs $19.95. So I mean that's doing something clearly, because I have sod all coming out the tailpipe. Right, what I was showing you about the afterburner. I mean, my main goal was to make sure everything that left there was burnt. So I wasn't going to get any sludge, no nothing like that. And as I was saying earlier about the bolts coming loose, yeah, I will show you a demonstration in a minute. Be quite surprised. Oh, there's that big metal pipe I was talking about, steel pipe that I make my little afterburners out of. Right, so when I was reinstalling him, I put this stuff on the threads. Let's see if I can focus a bit better. Yeah, this is impervious to brake fluid, petrol, ethanol, oil, everything, but it doesn't go off like Loctite does. Yeah, it just stops the bloody bolts coming through. Vibration resistant. It's written right in the middle there. What's it made by? I've got my glasses on, so it goes. Rector seal? Is it recto seal? Or the rectum seal? Nice. My wife could do with that because she's got IBS. I'll squeeze some of that up her ass. Okay, so use a very small amount. Just brush it on your bolts. Yeah. So now they've all been done up tight because I had it running so hot the other day. It wasn't on purpose. I set it on 3, tripped it over to both pumps, and it went supersonic. Yeah, and I came out here and it was 25 degrees in the workshop. Workshop being in there. Right, some of you might think I spend all my time working on this. I don't. I do have little toys, yeah. So this old lady is 27 years old, and regrettably, she has like my ex-wife, sagging tits. Yeah, so the springs are starting to sag. So I've got them out. I'm just going to have a new pair put on. You can see where it's actually been hitting there. Right, that's just one of the little projects. Right, let's give you some VOC readings. Come on, focus. Focus, focus, focus. Right, CO2, it's 400. When it's at 400, that's pure fresh air. TVOC, what the fuck does that mean? That is a total of volatile organic compounds, yeah? The bottom one is HCC0, and you can see that is on 0. So that's hydrocarbons, or in other words, formaldehyde. Yeah? So formaldehyde is when you're burning shit. And, let me just take you back to that. I did do a printout to show you what the. So that's serious air pollution when your hydrocarbons are showing that in red. TVOC 23. Yep, I mean that little meter I was showing you. Let's go back to it, see if it's changed. Alright, TVOC is on 11. Yeah, very low. So this is a windproof carport that I've made with the diesel heater on the outside. If I put that little meter on the exhaust pipe on the outside, you can see I've got it going through the wall here. It reads sod all, absolutely nothing. Everything that's burning, all your formaldehyde and all that is gone. And I really am running this stuff because this is what I put in my cars to make them last. Because Mercs have got very, very tight clearances when they're new. That's why you can run 0 50 oil. Yeah, 0 being it's like piss. Yeah, it gets to the parts quickly, and the 50 is for the high temperature. So once your car is run in, you can then change it to 1060. So I can leave this sitting for 3 months or till the sun comes out because it's convertible. I can leave it till the sun comes out, then start it up. There's no hydraulic tappets, there's nothing. It's silent as a mouse. Right, let me just grab that meter for a minute. Was there anything else? Right, let's grab that meter. Alright, okay. So you've seen how the Afterburner is clearly working, yeah? I mean, as I'm breathing, you can see the meter going up. I've had this in my bedroom, and with me and my wife in there, I mean, the CO2 is crazy. Right, so standing at this distance, we still have a TV of 23, which is in good zone. Alright, let me show you about those 4mm bolts that hold the thing together. Because originally they came with spring washers on, yeah? And all of us threw the spring washers away. Because as you were undoing it, frightened the life out of you because you thought you're stripping the bleeding thread in the casing. Right, so this is an inch, not a foot-pound, an inch-pound torque meter. So we have a 4mm, exactly the same as what's in there. And so I done them up to there, 25 inch-pounds. So the recommendation for a 4mm bolt is 18 to 25. Yeah, 25 is the idea of going steel into steel. Yeah, not steel into aluminium. But as I saw them come bloody loose, yeah, I mean a 4mm bolt, I mean you are, come on, it's actually spinning. Tighten the visor. A 4mm bolt, what? If you try and snap it, it's bloody hard. I mean, look, we're on 60 inch, 50, and it's still turning in the vise. Okay, right. My other projects. Okay. Right, started fishing again. I've been retired a while now. I've still got all my hobbies. So I decided, right, it's time to go fishing again. The lake is half a mile from your van. Pulling 80 kilos was a proper pain in the arse. Yeah, dragging this trolley. So what I done was I got one of these little motors here. I don't know if you can see it. So you can. This one is rated for 20 stone to push a mobility wheelchair. Yeah. So as you can see, I've built one on the back of it and changed it to a 4 wheels. So I have all the traction I need. I've made a swinging arm for it. So instead of it pulling backwards now, it pushes forwards. And these coil springs, if it starts wheel spinning, I can just push down harder on this handle here. See the key, speed controller, more speed controller, forward and reverse. So I don't waste all of my time working on diesel heaters. I do other things, including destroying motorbikes. Where was that meter? Oh, here we go. Right, what are we going on in here? Right, you can see I've been vaping in here because we now have 495 painted in here yesterday, and that's showing TVOC of 91. Because there is a big pot of fucking paint that I was painting these springs with. That's why it smells of paint in here. Right, let me just show you something else. Now I spoke to you, if you bother watching the video, that is. All my VOCs, yeah, all my paint thinners, you paint, I put in an old fridge or a freezer. Yeah, you watch this thing go berserk, and I open the door. Okay, have a sniff of that. Okay, look, we've gone absolutely through the roof. Yeah, that is at 2000. It's maxed out. Look at the formaldehyde as well. TVOC 2000. It can't read higher than that. Sorry, tester. Okay, guys, I hope some of this has been helpful. If you have any questions, just ask me. I'll help you. I'm retired now. I have time on my hands. Okay, bye for now.